Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Neals Chitan, and I'm speaking to you today on the 11th of September 2021, a day that we have affectionately known as 9/11, 20 years after this world experienced the worst terrorist act in our history. Ladies and gentlemen, 20 years after, we are still experiencing a high level of trauma. This time, however, not from terrorism, not from bombs and planes that took down the Twin Towers, but from a worldwide pandemic with a virus that has ravaged human experience in the 21st century, one that we call COVID-19. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no doubt that COVID-19 has wreaked havoc on the lives of millions of people. So far, we've experienced millions of deaths, infections. It knows no boundary, from the smallest of island nations to the great nations of this world, just causing more mayhem. Ladies and gentlemen, there is not just the pandemic of the virus, but I also believe that there's going to be a fallout of this, another pandemic, a pandemic of emotional and mental health issues. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as an international social skill consultant, I have decided to bring to you a blog, a psychosocial video blog that's going to be done on a regular basis. Here it comes on your screen. It is captioned D-News. D-News. And by the way, that acronym stands for Dr. Neals Emotional Wellness Support. D-News. Ladies and gentlemen, it's where psychosocial concepts and ideas inform behavior, but concepts and ideas cause change. By the way, we've also put our contact information there so that we'd love to hear from you, your feedback, or whatever comments you may have, and of course our website. And so here it is again, D-News, Dr. Neals Emotional Wellness Support. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a bi-weekly social skill blog, video blog of course, which educates, inspires, and challenges to change. If you are looking for change in your life, subscribe. Okay, we'll be coming on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/C/Dr. Neals Chitan. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no doubt that we are living in the information age, and we have so much bombarding us. But today, as we launch this video blog, I want to share with you one of my copyrighted change matrix. It's called the change matrix, and I want you to look at it carefully. There are 4 arms to the change matrix. 1, information. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no doubt that we are living, as I said, in the information age, with the coming of the internet in the 20th century and now the 21st century. Information, we are bombarded with information on every side, north, south, east, and west. True information, false information, conspiracy theories. We don't know what to believe. We just don't know what to believe. And as a matter of fact, with the coming of the 45th President of the United States of America, he made the term fake news popular. I dare say it's fitting because living in the 21st century, especially plagued by this COVID-19 virus, there's so much fake news out there, you just don't know what to believe. You don't really know if this virus started, as they said, in bites. You don't know if it started in a lab and went haywire. You don't know what to believe. You don't know if it's a production conspiracy where a virus was introduced to sell products. You just don't know what to believe. However, ladies and gentlemen, despite all the amount of information out there, much which can be dubbed fake or false, still within that, if we dig deep, we can find what is true. We live in an age where the 21st century, the postmodern era, where absolute truth seems to be extinct, and what's running the world now is relativism. But still, we encourage you with this matrix to search through the information, so that information you can glean what is truthful, so that could become knowledge. Now, if you look at the second arm, it's from information to knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, the word knowledge, the root word that you see there is know. You see, when you know, you are more informed. When you know, you are more confident. When you know, you are more assertive. However, when you know, you are held responsible. But we need to change that information into knowledge. So do your research. And ladies and gentlemen, in the 21st century, where almost every home is equipped or has the internet, access to the internet, where every little child has a phone or a tablet, there are just tons of information. I suggest to you that you be patient. Be patient and search through the rubble of information, so that information could become knowledge. Now, however, when information becomes knowledge brings on the third arm of the chain matrix, and that is belief. Ladies and gentlemen, unless information becomes knowledge, and knowledge to belief, to conviction, you will remain where you are. You will remain doing the usual thing because there's no conviction. However, when knowledge becomes a belief system, that belief system will drive you, and you'll be surprised to see how it changes your behavior, which is the fourth arm of the chain matrix. So information turns into knowledge. Knowledge turns into a belief system, and a belief system, ladies and gentlemen, that deep conviction of the belief system would change your behavior. But more than that, when your behavior is changed, guess what happens? Your whole lifestyle is changed. You would wonder if you were the same individual. You wonder, wow, I used to do this, I used to say this, I used to eat this, I used to go this, and I don't go any longer. You know why? You are now guided by a belief system. Ladies and gentlemen, there it says, a chain matrix. Until we really believe, we will only be, will only be one vicious, unending cycle of meaningless routines, hurt, and thoughtless reactions without no significant change occurring. Ladies and gentlemen, that caused me to remember my situation. You see, in the 1990s, I was living in Toronto. I left here in the early 80s, Grenada that is, and went off to Toronto to pursue a dental career. My career was as a dental technologist with my specialty on removable orthodontic braces. I went to school and I did very well, and by the 1990s, I was high up in my career. But unfortunately, after reaching the peak, I plateaued. And so I wasn't enjoying it as much as I thought I would. And by that time, I was married and had a family. Ladies and gentlemen, in the 80s, as a young boy in Grenada, on Sundays, we would go to the jetty, the Grenville jetty, or the harbor, where the boats are coming in. And we would, it is a 18, 20, or 25 feet of water there. We would plunge into the water and swim. We were pretty good swimmers. And if there were boats on the jetty, we would climb onto the bows and dive into the water. We would swim way out and swim back on the jetty. We were pretty good. Of course, I left and I went to Canada as a swimmer. And of course, I just couldn't wait to come back to Grenada to continue my swimming. But this time I came back with my family. I came back with my children and my wife. Ladies and gentlemen, at that time my career, I was not enjoying it. As I said, I plateaued out. You know that the time when you look at the clock, once it's 2 o'clock and wonder when it's going to be 4 o'clock, you want to go home. You know, it's a time when you say to yourself, you know what, I'm 30 years away, 11 months, 2 weeks, 5 days, 2 hours, a minute away from retirement. When you are wishing that retirement will come. When I was at that point, I was not enjoying myself anymore. And I was thinking about moving on, but move on to what? Ladies and gentlemen, to compound that, at my work, I had lost a colleague who had taken his life. I felt badly about it because I knew I was trained. I was going through my training as an interventionist to help, to intervene. And I could have, but life wasn't great for me. I wasn't enjoying that. I couldn't care less. It was during that time I brought my family back to Grenada. And of course we went to the Grand Anse Beach, this beautiful white sand beach. And you could see me as the children and my wife made sand castles there on the beach. I took off my shirt, I just ran and jumped into the water and started swimming out. And out I went, swimming out there. My wife was sitting my head like a little tennis ball. And she would be shouting at me, Neals, come back in, you are too far out, come back in. Of course she was saying, Lord, in case he gets a cramp, I can't help him, he's going to die out there, his children need him, I need him. Come back in, Neals, come back in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't care less. I was enjoying myself. That gave me the enjoyment I wanted. And so I was out there swimming. I didn't think about dying. I didn't think about that. I was getting my enjoyment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, losing that colleague caused me to think about my life. Think about what is it that I'm here on this planet for. It caused me to make a critical decision. I dare say even a career change decision. But I had to make it. I had to find that which was meaningful, something I believed in. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I started studying, doing research, and educating myself in the area of social skills, social dysfunction, crime reduction, addiction. I knew that there was a calling. I believe in my heart that I was called to do this. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as I pursued my education to distinguish myself as a social skill interventionist, the feeling was incredible. As I worked across the school district, the Toronto District School Board, hundreds of schools, speaking to young people, children in trouble, those that were given up on, those in detention center, those that face in the court, those that were given up on, and I spoke to them and brought hope to them. The belief system was even growing in my heart, and I knew that that is what I was born for. Ladies and gentlemen, I started driving differently. My behavior changed. because I wanted to be there. As I saw young men in chairs, young ladies in chairs, I spoke to them. As the mothers and fathers called me and said, look, my boy's changed. Look, his grades are doing better. As men and women who were in domestic violence situation changed, and I became convicted in my heart. I believed. And so, ladies and gentlemen, after working in the Caribbean, I came back to Grenada when my wife and myself were born to work here in Grenada. And again, we started working with communities, we started working with schools. And again, I saw the tears. I felt the hug as young people believed what I said. Now, notice something. The belief was now siphoned from me to them. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as I enjoy doing what I do, now I go on the Grandlands Beach again and see what happened. My whole behavior is changed. I don't go out crazy into 30 feet of water any longer. Of course, I'm a little older now, so I gotta be careful. But still, I want to be there. I don't want a request to come, a call from a mother. I call from someone for someone who is suicidal. I don't want them to call and I can't respond. I want to be there. I want to work into my 125th birthday because every day it gives me satisfaction. Makes me younger, by the way. And so, ladies and gentlemen, now I go on the same Grandlands Beach, but guess what? I swim where my feet could touch. I want to be there. I don't want to be crazy. I don't want to drown. I don't want to get to the point where I'm called and I can't respond. So now I have a belief system. Now I have a conviction. Guess what? My behavior has changed. And my whole lifestyle has changed. Ladies and gentlemen, I sometimes wonder if I'm the same person. Yes, there's going to come a time in your life when you're going to wonder if you're the same person too. But to get there, you must reach a point of belief. All that information must be changed into knowledge. That knowledge into a belief system. That belief system is going to change your behavior. And my dear friends, your whole lifestyle will change. So again, I want to thank you so much for listening today to the launching episode of our blog, DN-EWS, Dr. Neals Emotional Wellness Support video blog. We look forward to seeing you again. And feel free to call, to email. Go on our website at www.motivate.org. Send us a comment. We look forward to seeing you next time. Hit that subscribe button. Go again at www.youtube.com/C/Dr. Neals Chitan. Subscribe. So next time we come on, ladies and gentlemen, you will be notified and you will be there. Again, thank you very much for joining us tonight and looking forward to see you in 2 weeks' time.